Going into battle number 1, I lead with Talonflame, and my opponent also leads with Talonflame. Now this can be tricky depending on CMP, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and build up to a Flame Charge, and hoping that they actually use their first shield, and to our luck, that is exactly what they do. So I'm going to try and get to another Flame Charge here, and I actually shield, being afraid they're going to go for Brave Bird, but they actually bait as well, which is unfortunate. But what I'm going to do here is get this other Flame Charge off, and they do not fall for it. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go ahead and shield again, because this time it actually is Brave Bird. They're going to swap into Umbreon, and now I can just go into my Sylveon here and be that one asshole who just brings in a Charm and farms down your Umbreon. And they're going to go for Psychic, which is going to do decent damage. So I'm just going to be farming this Umbreon all the way down with Charm, and they're going to go ahead and land that other Psychic, which is actually a pretty strong move, as you can see. Does pretty decent chip damage, but I'm able to get that Umbreon farm down nice and good. Now they're going to bring Talonflame back in, and I'm going to go for my Psyshock, which will actually take this Talonflame out, I believe. No, okay, not yet. They're going to shield that. I'm going to go ahead and actually get this other Psyshock off, which we're able to do. And then from here, Talonflame's going to go down. Oh, actually, they swap out. So they're going to go into Sylveon. Now, I could have gone for Talonflame, but I actually just want to use Lanturn here. So I'm going to get to that Hydro Pump, and I'm able to land it. And this just does a ton of damage, as you can see. So we're able to get that off. They're actually going to go ahead and go for their Moonblast here, which is going to do some good damage as well. And from here, I can just go into Talonflame and just incinerate the Sylveon down. And that is a GG. Moving on to the second battle. So I lead Talonflame, and once again, we see another Talonflame lead. So what I'm going to do here, just like battle number 1, I'm going to go ahead and get that Flame Charge off, and they actually win CMP here. So I'm a little bit afraid of the Brave Bird, so I shield, but they bait me. That's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Flame Charge off here, and they shield too, so that's okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to build up to that other Flame Charge, and once again, I am going to shield, and ooh, they double bait me. But that's actually what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get this other Flame Charge off here, and they shield, which is good. And now what I can do, I was trying to catch that Brave Bird, but they were smarter than that, and they built up to an extra Incinerate. They're going to go ahead and Flame Charge my Lanturn. Now, for some weird reason, they don't swap out. I don't know why, but at either rate, I can go ahead and I can get the Thunderbolt off, and I can take out the Talonflame. So now, they are going to bring in Clefable. Now, I'm able to get to another Hydro Pump here, so it's actually what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this Hydro Pump off, which is going to do a lot of damage, as you can see. They're going to go ahead and farm my Lanturn down, which is fine by me. I can just get this Flame Charge off, and I can take out the Clefable with it and get that nice attack boost. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. They bring in Walrein. So I actually build up to a Flame Charge, and I swap out to my Sylveon so I can chip this thing down. And they go for Icicle Spear, which does basically nothing because it's Icicle Spear. So they're going to go ahead and spam Icicle Spear all day, every day. There it is. As we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and try and build up to my Psyshock. They're going to go for one more, which I'm actually able to tank. So they're going to go ahead, get that off. And I overtap. Ooh, I actually overtap, which is a very silly mistake on my part. But I'm able to get the Psyshock off, and they're going to take me out. And I'm able to get to the Flame Charge, luckily. So I get to the Flame Charge, and I undercharge, because at this point there's no need to overcharge, and I am able to take the win. Moving on into Battle 3. So my opponent leads off with Swampert. Ooh, absolutely horrible lead. So I swap out into Sylveon, and looks like they were trying to build up the Sludge Wave, but I think that was actually one Mud Shot too early. So I let that go, They get their Hydro Cannon off. Then they swap into Clefable. So what I do here is I actually get to my Moonblast because I want to get off as much damage as possible on this thing. So I go ahead and I use Moonblast, and that just does a ton of damage. So much that we actually both go down at the same time. Now here's where I make a really big mistake. So I'm expecting them to bring in Swampert. I go into Talonflame because of that, and it's Gyarados. I should have gone into Lanturn. It seems like he's using double water here. So I let this go because I want to save my shields for Lanturn. I get to the Brave Bird here, hoping that they'll either let it go for some odd reason, or I can get a shield. Now they get a shield. I go into Lanturn. They bring in Swampert. And what I'm doing here, I'm going to try and bait them with the Thunderbolt. Now I know this is Earthquake, so I'm going to go ahead and shield this one. In comes the Earthquake. I'm able to shield. Here's a crazy thing. So I'm trying to bait here with Thunderbolt, hoping I can get a shield. They disrespect the Hydro Pump. Ooh, that is not good. So the best thing I can do here now is just go straight Thunderbolt. Now I'm going to go ahead and shield this other Earthquake and get this Thunderbolt off. Ooh, yeah, this isn't looking very good. So I get the Thunderbolt off, they let it go, and I actually try and catch a move here, which I think was a little bit of a mistake on my part, but hey, we all make mistakes in GBL, so we're only human. Now they bring in Gyarados, and I go ahead and get this Thunderbolt off. At this point, there's not much I can do. So I get the Thunderbolt off, I try and get to another one, and they're going to go ahead and get this Crunch off here. I was really scared I'd get a debuff, but we actually don't, thank God. So I go ahead and I land this Thunderbolt here, which will obviously take out the Gyarados. Now they bring in Swampert. And ooh, I was so close to getting the tie there, but that's okay. Moving on to Battle 4, my opponent once again leads with Talonflame. So, just like the last few battles, I'm going to go ahead and get off my Flame Charge here, hoping that they shield. So I go ahead, use Flame Charge. They shield, thankfully. So I'm going to go ahead and build up to another one. I'm able to sneak and Incinerate through, which is absolutely beautiful. Now, they bait me too, but that's okay. I'm going to get my Flame Charge off here again, get that nice attack boost, and I'm hoping I can get another shield off here, which I do, so that's good. And now, I can sneak another Incinerate through, shield this, regardless of what it is, and it's going to be another Flame Charge. And I'm able to get the Brave Bird off here, thankfully. And because of that, I'm able to win Switch. They go for Obstagoon. I'm just going to go ahead and stay in and try and get to this Brave Bird here for chip damage. But that's okay that they beat me to it with Night Slash, because I can just go into Sylveon here now. And they go in for Clefable. So I'm going to swap out into Lanturn, and I'm going to go ahead and just like last time, I'm going to build up to that Hydro Pump. I'm going to go ahead and use Hydro Pump here, and it's going to do a massive amount of damage. So I'm able to get that off. I'm going to go ahead and try and farm, and this is okay now, because what they're trying to do, they're actually going to go for the Meteor Mash. Down goes Clefable, and I am able to get this Hydro Pump off. I'm going to go ahead and use Hydro Pump, and that is going to do a lot of damage to Obstagoon. And Obstagoon, ooh, we're seeing a little bit of lag here, of course, go battle lag. And they forfeit. Moving on to the final battle. My opponent leads off with Sylveon. Beautiful lead. So I'm going to go ahead and build up to a Flame Charge. Now, they were smart, and they actually caught the Flame Charge on their Empoleon. And this works out perfectly, because we can just go into Lanturn. And Empoleon literally can't do a damn thing to Lanturn. At all. So, they're going to go for Hydro Cannon, which does just nothing. I can go ahead and build up to 100 energy here, and I'm just going to go ahead and use Thunderbolt to take out Empoleon. And they go into Venusaur. And this works out perfectly for me, because Talonflame can just absolutely destroy both Sylveon and Venusaur. More specifically, Venusaur. So, they're going to go ahead and take me out here, and I'm okay with that, because I can just let this go. And now, I'm going to just bring in Talonflame, and I am going to build up to Flame Charge, or I can farm down either way. I'm going to go ahead and shield the Sludge Bomb so Sylveon can't chip me down. Now, what I do here, when Sylveon comes back in, I go into my own Sylveon, because I don't want that farming down my Talonflame. So they're going to go ahead and get the Psyshock off here, which is fine with me. And I'm going to go for... Actually, I'm going to farm down here. What I can do now is just let this go. And I'm fine with that, because now all I got to do is bring in Talonflame and just farm down Sylveon. And I can just go for Flame Charge on Venusaur here. And they can either just let it go, or, okay, they're going to shield. I don't know why. I mean, they should know this is over at this point. And I am able to take the win. I'm able to sneak that Incinerate in, and Venusaur is just going to go down here. And that is a GG's. So, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. And if you're new here, why not subscribe? Anyway, I will see you all later.